Pistacchi. See, I'm struggling with the plural for pistachio in English. It should be pistachios, but that to me sounds really silly. It sounds like a big brand breakfast cereal, Pistachios, which would be amazing, by the way. In the past, I would have just called them pistachio nuts, but as I just learned not 2 minutes ago, pistachio nuts aren't nuts at all. They're seeds, they're not nuts. But I can't call them pistachio seeds because then I sound like a moron to anyone who doesn't know that pistachio nuts aren't nuts. I guess I'll just call them pistacchi.
All these problems, we don't have in Italy all these problems.
Pistacchi. I love pistacchi, but when we're here in Italy, I tend to eat them in one form only.
Gelato.
Gelato, exactly. But I'm aware that there are a lot of other ways that Italians cook with pistacchi, and I'm hoping you can show me some today.
And usually in Italy we use pistacchio from a savory dish to reach the sweet part.
All right, let's get cooking with some pistachio seeds.
With some pistacchio, Harper. Which kind of pistachio you should use? You should use a pistachio that is not toasted, no salted. But also I know how difficult it is to find them, so you can use also the toasted and salted one. It will be the same. No, but it works.
Might need less salt.
Maybe yes.
One can also presumably buy pistacchi that are already shelled too. Like a certain someone maybe should have done.
How do you say guadagnare in English? Guadagnare, earn. You should earn your food. What I'm going to make now is known in Italy as pesto di pistacchi. It is a pesto but made with pistacchi. 1 clove of garlic. More or less every pesto has some pine nuts inside. For right now, we just add some olive oil because we will adjust the consistency later. So we need some liquid to help us to blend the pistachio. And I'm going to add also some basil leaves. Now we start to adjust the consistency. So we are going to put olive oil to make the pesto be smooth and creamy as we want. Now is the moment to add cheese. I'm going to add some pecorino cheese. Now, how much pecorino? Is there a right quantity? I don't think so. That looks pretty good to me. It's not just look good, it's good. Before you decide if you need a pinch of salt or not, taste your pesto and see if it's enough salty or maybe you can add a little bit more. We gave to this pesto an unusual touch. It is some lemon zest. A little more olive oil and then mix. To me it's perfect. Actually it's more than perfect. It's unbelievable good.
So now that you have pistacchio pesto, what are you going to do with it?
Pasta. Pasta with pesto.
Other than your beloved penne lisce, what pasta shapes would be good with this pesto?
You can use bussiate, you can use trenette, you can use linguine, you can use fusilli, you can use rigatoni, you can use penne rigate. But in my opinion, the best one is penne lisce. Because every pesto should be eaten raw, what we are going to do is take a spoon of pesto, take a spoon full of pesto, because this is more or less the quantity that it's okay for my pasta. Add some pasta water. And as we say in Italy, right now is the moment of ammorbidire il pesto, which means make the pesto a little bit softer. I can eat this all my life, every day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Now, I did sneak a spoonful of the pesto, so I have some idea of how delicious this is probably going to be.
It's amazing because I had to try to see if it was good or not, and it's amazing.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be spectacular. I've seen a lot of pesto pastas on restaurants in Italy. I see it all the time. I don't know why I've never thought to order it. I think maybe in my mind I just think of pistacchio as being like a dessert thing, and so I shy away from it. But judging from the smell and the taste of the pesto alone, I'm pretty sure I've been very, very, very wrong. Buon appetito!
Buon appetito!
Oh, I've made so many mistakes. I could have been eating this for so long.
Just the little bit at the end of lemon.
Oh, the lemon's amazing. The lemon pulls it all together.
Mamma che buono!
Wow.
If you are a pesto lover, this is one of those that needs to go on your weekly night or weekly lunch or whatever you want.
Well, yeah, I was just thinking, you know how much I am a pesto fiend, a basil pesto alla genovese fiend. It would be a pretty tough decision if you put this in front of me and basil pesto. Okay, so clearly over the years I should have been giving savory pistachio dishes more of a chance. Do you got any others I could try?
Sì, Harper, I have, so be ready.
Are you making pistachio beef?
I'm making what in Italy they are called Involtini Messinesi al Pistacchio. The first step is season our breadcrumb. Make what in the south of Italy is called mollica cunzata. Some garlic, black pepper, pecorino cheese, and also here, more you put, more you find in your involtini alla messinese di pistacchio. Involtini.
Even you can't get the name right.
Involtini messinesi al pistacchio. Olive oil, a pinch of salt, and then we need to mix. Traditionally, involtini messinesi al pistacchio are made with veal or beef. You can use also pork, you can use also chicken. Important is that it's a good, thin meat. You don't need a steak, you need a thin cut of meat. We pour the slice of meat in olive oil and we stuffed with some mollica cunzata, a little bit of the pesto that we used before for the pasta. We place in the middle also a small piece of cheese. I'm going to use provola. You can't use mozzarella because it's too watery. And then, as you are doing a burrito.
A burrito?
Burrito?
I like that. Burrito?
I don't know, it's like.
No, that's probably actually the correct pronunciation.
Burrito. You close it. stuzzicadente. In another bowl you mix some mojica cunzata, some pistacchio flour. Now, I'm pretty lucky because I can walk here in Italy in every grocery shop and find this already made. If you can't, you can do this by yourself. And how you do, you buy the pistachios and then with a mixer,
Food processor.
a food processor, you make...
You grind them up.
Sì, you make your flour.
That's just pistachio.
This is just pistachio. And you bread your involtino messinese al pistacchio in pistacchio e breadcrumb. We drizzle a little bit of olive oil and roast them in the oven.
I love a good involtini, but an involtini with pistachio? Never had that before.
It can be just better.
I think so. Can you explain the name real quick? I still haven't caught it.
Involtini, Messinesi al pistacchio. Messinesi is from Messina.
Oh, I thought you were saying like Mexican.
Mexican?
How do you say,
Messina,
how do you say Mexican in Italian?
Messicani. No.
Oh, I'm so crazy. I'm so crazy.
Come on, Messicani, Messinesi. Buon appetito.
Buon appetito. Yeah, Pistacchio does make involtini better. Probably the best involtini I've ever had. Involtino.
Involtino, 1. Involtini, 2, 3, 4, 1,000.
That is so dang good. It works so well. It is beyond savory. It's like somehow makes beef more savory. It's amazing.
One thing that I need to point out is that I didn't salt the meat because the mojica cunzata is already salted. The cheese is salted. The pesto is salted, so you don't really need to salt the sea.
You don't need to salt the sea.
No, it's already salted.
Already plenty salty, Eva.
You don't really need to salt the meat. Oh, buon appetito.
I also really like trying this because despite passing through the city of Messina so many times, I think this is maybe the first traditional Messinese dish I've ever had. We should stop and eat in Messina more often. As much as I am really digging these savory pistachio recipes, I don't think we can end a video about pistachio without a dessert.
I agree. I'm pretty sure that everyone knows pasta di mandorla. And if you don't know pasta di mandorla, you're missing something. So let's go and check out our video that is in one part of here, where we show you how to make pasta di mandorla. Pasta di mandorla is a traditional cookie from Sicily. And because in Sicily they grow also the best pistachio in the world, that is Pistacchio di Bronte, they decided also to create pasta di mandorle, but pistachio flavored.
So in other words, this is the pistachio-fied version of my favorite cookie of all time?
Yes. And I bet that this will be your favorite cookie.
My new favorite cookie?
Yes, because it has the pistachio, and everyone loves pistachio. This is a foolproof cookie, so here we don't require any good or I don't know amazing baking skill. And what we are going to use is egg white, almond flour, some pistachio flour, and obviously some sugar. We need to use a whisk, and with this whisk we need to beat the eggs a little bit because we need some foam. Then we add the almond flour, the pistachio flour, powdered sugar, and now we mix. Now we need to sprinkle some powdered sugar on your, I don't know, stovetop. No, stovetop, no, because you will make a mess on your table, on your surface. So here the idea is to use the powdered sugar as we use the flour when we make pasta or when we make pizza, when we make bread. We transfer our amazing, ready, amazing cookie dough, and we create, how do you say?
You knead it?
Not really, you need just to make it to stay together. I need to taste if it's good or not. It's tremendously good. We wrap it in a plastic paper and we leave in the fridge for about 1 hour. Take a piece. Let's say that this quantity can be okay for a cookie. You can give to this kind of cookie the shape you decide. Right now I'm doing a bowl. You pass the bowl in powdered sugar. You make a hole and place it on a baking tray. I really like to finish my cookie with one of these. And these are, how do you call it in America? Sour cherries, amarene. It's very easy to find because I have also back at home in US. But if you don't find, you can finish also your cookie with a candied cherry or just leave the way in which they are. It's up to you. Now I'm taking a small piece of dough and I will give the shape of an S. In this case, I'm making the cookie extra pistachio, which means that I'm going to place on top a pistachio. Another thing that you can do is make a bowl, then give a pinch like that, and place it into some extra pistachio flour, like that. And now it's time to bake them. And our cookies are ready. Now you can't eat them warm. You need to let them completely cool. And then you can enjoy.
Well, before we dig into the pistachio version, I first need to give my little spiel about the normal version, pasta di mandorla, the almond version, and why absolutely everyone needs to try these cookies. They're my favorite cookies ever for a reason. First of all, they're super easy to make. Really easy. Second of all, they are, what would you call them? They're like the Trojan horse of deliciousness because Nobody expects them to be as good as they are. And every time, like say we have like guests come over, it's always like our go-to dessert because it is so fun to watch people eat them. Everyone has the same reaction, like, oh, okay, I'll try this cookie. And then they bite into it, they're like, oh, wow.
The texture is crunchy outside and very soft inside.
Incredibly soft, gooey.
The flavor is the flavor of almonds. In this case, it's the flavor of pistacchio. And how can you go wrong? My dad loves pasta di mandorla in general. His favorite one is the pistachio.
Is really?
So I'll save some for my dad.
Oh, that might be hard, but I will try.
Buon appetito.
Okay, I need to just show you how gooey this cookie is. It's amazing. Nobody expects that.
Harper, for my dad.
There's plenty.
I have also mother. And I have also sister. And I have a bunch of friends here.
That leaves me at least one more. Speaking of pasta di mandorla, check out these cookies that a pasta grammarian made. They look absolutely amazing. I want them, even though I have a plate full right here, but these are reserved for Papatori apparently. If you try any of these pistachio recipes, tag us in a picture on Facebook or Instagram at Pasta Grammar. We'd love to see what you come up with. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already and give this video a thumbs up. And I need to go deliver these to Papatori. I'll see you all later.
Them.
Ciao. Ciao, Eva.
Cookies. Ciao, cookies.
Bye.
Harper, I need to make more.